Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Random Rants with Random. With your host today, once again, Capt'N Lamo. Okay, gets a bit wild this video today, a bit of a wild ride, so stick with me and see what you think at the end. I'd love to hear your comments at the end of this video. So those of you that watch my videos know that Katie was leaking green tears of jealousy because she'd heard about something coming. So she was a bit sad, and when I rebuilt her 10 years ago now, I was a bit sad because I put a hot cam in her and it took all her lovely bottom end and took it all up the top. So if I was a racer, it's probably a good cam. But why I fell in love with Katie straight off the bat was her lovely, voluptuous bottom end. So I've got her standard EXC cam put back in her, and I've had a little bit of a squirt, and she's back, baby, just how she was when I first fell in love with her 23 years ago. So Katie's all really ready, good to go again. Looking forward to taking her for a squirt in the bush again, because the minute I rode her after rebuilding it with the hot cam, I was just devastated. All her bottom end had disappeared. Not all, obviously, she's a 525. But yeah, not like she was, so I'm so looking forward to taking her for a squirt again. But we've got big news, don't we, Katie? Would you like to tell the people, Katie, or me? Oh, you've gone all shy again, I'll tell you. So the big news is there's another addition to the family over here, and he's been kept pretty much a secret so far. He's only snuck in 2 shorts on my channel at the moment. So here we are. Katie has been very emotional about this bike purchase. She was a bit jealous, crying green tears when she heard about the new purchase. But once she saw him, she fell in love too, as I did. Yeah. Oh. And here he is, Capt'N. An 03 950 Adventure. Katie's an 03 525 EXC. Brother and sister united after 23 years of being split apart at birth. I've reunited the family, and this is one reunion I've wanted for a long time. I've wanted one of these for a very long time. Katie's my forever bike. So's Kane. So when you say it, it's Capt'N with the accent. So I flew down to Brisbane to pick him up. He comes with a set of, he comes with some good bits, guys. Comes with a set of Super Duke rims that are being sent up. Comes with panniers. Getting some crash bars sent up with some driving lights, so I'll have to pretty them up and put it on. But here's the big news, and this is what I want to hear comments on, guys. So I bought it, and I had to head out to my friend's place at Bow Desert, about 2.5 hours away. It was night time, it was raining and wet, and I got out onto the freeway, and I was taking him steady because as much as he's pretty much a big Katie, I still wasn't used to the power and the tyres, and everything's different. So I was taking it steady, and out on the highway the speed limit's 110. So this bike can do much more, obviously, so I thought, nope, taking it steady, I'll do 110. So at 110 kilometres an hour down the highway, boom, rear tyre explodes. Just not completely off the rim, but tube pops out, pop instantly, not just a slow puncher, slow wobble to the side of the road. Instant tyre pop at 110 in the wet on the freeway. So the lock-to-lock fishtails ensued for a good 400 metres, and the whole time I'm like, I'm going to die. I can't believe I'm one of those. I'm one of those. I've just bought a brand new bike, and I'm going to ride it off within 20 minutes. I'm one of those people now. So I'm riding along, and it wasn't just lock-to-lock fishtails. It was like, lock, whoop, this way, Whoa, lock this way now. Whoa, back a bit, back to straight. Whoa, this way. So if you've ever ridden with a total exploded back tyre like that, you'll know what I'm talking about. But usually you get a bit of warning because it goes flat after a puncture, not a total explode. So after 400 metres, I was slowly heading towards the crash barriers, because when that happens on a bike, you do not touch the brakes, you don't change gears, you don't do anything severe. All you do is back off and let it roll down slowly. So I backed off. And another thing he's got going at the moment is the previous owner before me upjetted him. So he rolls on really badly when you back off, so that was a bit scary. So yeah, 400 metres, I started heading more towards the guardrail than not. I'm like, oh my God, I've ridden it this far, now I'm going to have to ditch it so I don't crash into the guardrail now. And then I'm like, had a little bit of a conversation with myself. What are you doing, you dickhead? You've held on to it for 400 metres, you've got this. So another 100, maybe 150 metres later, finally got it slowed down enough to get it to the other side of the highway, because I was on the right hand side of the highway in Australia. Had to get across 2 lanes to the left. Lucky there was no traffic. So that was one lucky thing. So that's what I want to hear comments, guys, on. If you think, you know, I've ever saved something like that, or yeah, heard of people saving like that. I only talked to one other person on my trip up from Brisbane, 1800 Ks in 2 days. He did it on a road bike, and he said he was on his ass sliding down the road before he even heard the tyre pop. So let me go. No, guys, did I do good? I can never sell him now a bike that risks your life and saves your life in one move. That's a talent there. So after that, jumped on him, got to my mate's place the next day. The fella selling it to me was really good. He came and got me with his trailer. He sorted out another good tyre and dropped it back off to me the next day. So he really looked after me. A lot of owners could have just left me on the side of the highway in the middle of nowhere and said, your bike, buddy, deal with it. So thanks, Jono. Love you, mate. You did a really good job, and you've looked after Kane well. He's looked after you well. So, and a bit of history on Kane. I'm his 3rd owner. His first owner, those older Aussies amongst you will know of a supermodel called Miranda Kerr. Her dad used to own Kane. So, Miranda, if you're watching this, okay, we'll go for a ride. So there you go, and I jumped on him. I did, what did I do the first day? 800 Ks the first day, and made it just short of Rocky at about 2 in the morning, and then got up after sleeping at a little Yowie cocoon bivouac on the side of the road in a little truck stop. They're quite good areas, the truck stops in Australia. They got, a lot of them have got toilets, some have got water, and they're sometimes in quite nice little areas beside a creek or something. So if you're travelling around Australia, the old Park and Bay truck stops can be a nice little rest stop for the night. So there you go. And woke up about 5. No, not 5, probably about 7. Got going about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then made it home to old FNQ, Yowie's lair, at about probably 1:30 in the morning. So she's a pretty good trip. And what amazes me the most is nowadays, because I'm an old fogey Yowie, I sit on my lounge for too long and I get a sore bum. I jumped on this big boy and rode 1800 Ks in 2 days. Woke up the next morning, not fresh as a daisy, but a lot fresher than I thought I was going to be. Washed him, did a few other things around the house, and there you go. So I can't believe how comfortable he is to ride long distances. I probably rode 1/3 of the way standing up, because he's had a steering dampener with some bar risers, so it's just a perfect position standing up, so comfy. I only saw one roo that was alive. I was expecting roos might be an issue, but only one roo that was alive. And I saw him hopping across the road, probably a good 500-600 metres up ahead of me. I did hit one roo, But it was dead, and I just saw it at the last second, and I just skipped down the side of it, so did good there. There's one accident, but I don't think anyone was hurt. And I did, also I pulled up and helped one young lass on the side of the highway the first night. Her car broke down, she was only just off the highway. And those people that know Australia, in those open areas, road trains will do 110, sometimes sneakily up to 120. And they rumble past. I've been in the same situation, broken down in one of my old cars. Didn't freak me out, but it certainly experienced. But this young lass, she was freaked out. So she asked me if I could help her get off the road. And the worst thing was, just over the other side of the road was a beautiful area, big an area for nice and safe for her. But because of the camber of the road, she said, "Do you think we can push my car across?" And I said, "You're in luck tonight, mate. You've come across the Yowie, and we can do everything, anything and everything." So I said, "But no, seriously, mate, we'll give her a push. Now, if I think we can do it, I'll let you know, but if I don't, I'll call it." And I got the van moving, big Ford Transit van loaded up to sleep in, to live in. I got her moving, but there's no way I was going to get it up over the camber to the other side of the road. So we decided to back her off the road, off into the grass. And she freaked out a bit because of the angle of the grass, but I assured her there were no holes, it was all safe, just a bit of an angle. So she got off the road a bit and felt a bit safer, because where she was only like a metre off the road, with road trains just roaring past. It's pretty hectic. So yeah, Michelle, if you see this, or anyone knows Michelle, she tells you the story, let me know how you went, mate. I'd love to know you made it home safe that night. As you can see, I made it home safe. So there you go. So the other disappointing news is I didn't do any filming of the trip, because as you know, I only use my camera, my phone, and I don't have a million cameras hanging off everywhere. So I had to use my phone for navigation down in the Big Smoke. I'm not a big smoke person. Big cities freak me out. They're the only place I get lost. I walk out in the middle of the bush, know exactly where I am 100% of the time, take me to a city. And like when I boarded Kane, I headed out on the freeway. If you had asked me, I would have swore I was heading north, but I was actually heading south. But I knew I was heading south, I just felt like I was heading north. So cities really messed me up. That's why I don't like them. So there you go. So also, as you see, silver, not orange. So these models are the slightly streetier version. Still quite capable of going pretty much anywhere in the world. Just not doing what you see some of the guys doing on these bikes, doing like hard enduro stuff, because the suspension's a bit shorter. I think it's 40mm lower than the S model, which is all orange, which is built for like rally raiding and stuff. So this is a slightly, I wouldn't say duller version, just not really built for the hardcore off-road, but still more than capable off-road. I took him out for a little bit of a squirt today in a couple of bush tracks just out the back here near a swimming hole. And there's this one bit, probably about maybe 5 metres long, maybe a metre high, with a bit of up, with a bit of an undulation on the top, and then a down like a tabletop with a bit of an undulation, but not big, only small. Sort of thing on Katie, I'd take it two ways. It'd either come up, do a bit of a wheel manual over and drop down the other side, or just pop the whole lot and tabletop it. Like I say, I'm no big superstar, it's very small. Nice little trail thing, you have fun on the trail. So I do get away in my head on the big boy. I think he's just a big Katie, so I was having a bit of a play. So I came up this thing and I thought, I won't jump it. I'm just not sure how. It's a big heavy beast and I'm very comfortable on it already. Stupidly comfortable, to be honest with you, but I'm doing all right. But I thought I won't jump it. I'm not sure how she handles airborne, how heavy it's going to come down. So I did the old wheel manual pop over, come down. Oh, I did it beautifully, so beautifully, but like I say, the suspension let it down a bit. I do have to spec it up a bit for my weight. It's a bit soft for my weight. All the preloads are maxed out, but I don't think it fully bottomed out, but I think the center stand hit. It's got a nice center stand as well. So I think the center stand hit, and when I've got a center stand on the bike, gravity lets it flick down a bit. So I don't think I bottomed out badly, but the stand come down, and it certainly sounded crunchy, and I don't like crunchy on my bikes too much, so I will certainly do some off-road stuff on him, but certainly not anything hardcore. That's what Katie's for. And so the whole backstory is I decided I'm going to live my dreams while I still can, so I got some money out of my super. So I got the cam done in Katie, and this came up, the only one for sale in Australia. My ultimate dream, well, other than Katie of course, my other ultimate dream bike, because they do similar but do cross over far enough to be different. So one of my plans was to get a big road bike and a little 200 two-stroke, to have another player on a little two-stroke before I get too old again. Now that I'm getting into bikes again in my, what's it called? Your midlife crisis, that's it. So I thought I'll do that, but then this came up and I'm like, no, I've got to do whatever I can to get this. So I managed to pull it all off and get the money together. I couldn't believe I managed to do it. So yeah, bought it, rims, motard rims, and around here where I live in far north Queensland, there's lots of range roads. So he's going to be a bit of a range road eater. I can already tell, even with the dirt tyres on it, corners so beautifully. Well, Katie did too when I put road tyres on, not road wheels. Like if you've ridden super motards, you know what I'm talking about. It's the most fun you can have on something black without getting in trouble. So there you go. That's the history. Me and Kane going to be together for a while. Reunited the family after 23 years. I couldn't believe it. The exact model I wanted. Like, as much as I do like the up-spec orange model, they're just a bit leery on the road. I really like the classy silver and black of the like lower spec adventures. So yeah, she runs like a beast. Oh, okay. Shut up. Okay, I'll do it. Here we go. V-twin, baby. Yeah. So there you go, guys. It's been a big couple of weeks in Capt'N Lamo'S world. So pretty keen to take Katie out for a strap, getting the standard cam back in her. It's been 10 years, guys, that I've been missing that cam, so I'm so looking forward to it. As much as I've got him for my next weekend off, Katie's going out. Oh, that's what I was saying. My plan was to buy a little two-stroke, but then when I bought this, I thought, Katie's going to feel like a 125, and I wasn't far off. I picked Katie up, I took her for a quick test ride after getting the cam done, and I had to look down twice to make sure I wasn't on a supercharged mountain bike. She was just so light and nimble and flickable, bouncing around like a rambunctious puppy. She was so happy to see me. Nearly did a whip just before I even left the ground. It was just so light and flickable. So I'm so looking forward to taking her for a rip in the bush again. It's going to be like it's going to be like, what do they call it? Renewing your vows. Like buying her brand new again, 23 years later. So looking forward to that. So let me know what you think, guys. What about the near accident? So like I said, there's only 2 shorts on my channel so far on Kane. Just pulled up and did a quick couple of shorts on the trip, because full filming, just too much boring stuff, and I don't really edit, so let me know, have a look. Keep it real on the back wheel.